the impact, how do you see, or what are some ways that maybe we're not already doing, or some ways that we can add to impact or to engage our students? Because we want them to come back. We want them to get stressed. We want them to turn their hobbies into skills, but, of course they have to buy into them. So what are some ways that we can help them buy into these topics?
Well, first of all, having caring speakers. I believe that one of the sad things we do sometimes in life is we share knowledge, but we're not sharing ourselves. So we want to share the concept and the reality that we care about you. And so that to me would make a person want to come back. Think about it. I think there was another person I wanted to mention her name, but said people don't seem to be concerned as much as how much you know, as much as how much you care. And I remember now the quote from Denzel. He said, we have to learn and we got to teach them to do the same. And then we need to earn so we can have assets, but then we need to return.
Yeah.
So he said, depends on what stage in life you're in. I'm in the return stage. So if I don't return, I could go off and say, well, I've done well. I'm just going to return.
Right.
But people need to know that there are people who want to pour in, who are not doing it just because, somebody's going to pay me $100 to talk to you. But somebody's coming to say, I've worked my life learning these things, and now I want you to move into the learning stage so you can move into the earning stage so you can get like me and be in the returning stage.
That's good. So my last question for you, you kind of heard a little bit of our project. We had the t-shirt design, the content creation, creating businesses for self-made businesses, entrepreneurship. What are some other areas or cohorts that you can see us going down or, including in our program?
I think we should continually ask the students, the attendees, what do you want out of life and what do you want out of these sessions? A lot of times, I would say about 90% of the time, if you had 10 people, 9 of them will probably say nothing, but one is going to say something, and they're going to say something that maybe the staff hadn't thought about. So we need to keep polling and asking every time you come together, what would you like to learn in life? Or and in addition to that question, what would you like to learn from these sessions? And then believe that even if we get 1%, we got an answer. And then implement it. Actually use what they told us as feedback to modify the next event.
Luther, I thank you.
Yes, sir.
And your business, if you want to just talk a little bit about what you do, your business.
I can. I started the business about 2 years ago. I call it GIG services because a lot of people use gig as like a side gig and that sort of thing. But for me, GIG means God is good.
Yeah.
And so I created gig services so that I could have a vehicle for doing tutoring and teaching and training in addition to what I do as a regular employee.
Right.
So that's what I do.
Professor,